poll just came out about Barack Obama and John McCain, and they included Michelle Obama as well in the poll, and about race relations, right? And in that poll, Barack Obama only gets an approval. He gets an approval rating of 80%, I believe, among blacks. Now, don't get me wrong, like 96% of blacks are going to vote for him, but he gets an approval rating of like high popularity of 80%. Among whites, it's only 30%. And for Michelle Obama, it's 24% among whites. And I saw that, and that really bothered me. The New York Times, in reporting that story, didn't concentrate on that at all. But it wigged me out. I was like, why do white Americans hate Michelle Obama? That's strange. I mean, I'm using too strong a word there, hate. I don't think that they necessarily hate her.
So my wife and I have talked about this a lot. There's such a readiness to believe the nonsense, and not from people who would identify themselves as racist, and so I'm hesitant to call them racist, because I don't think that's, to talk like Jimmy Carter, I don't think that's in their heart, right? Mm-hmm. But, man, they hear about Michelle Obama not being proud of America, right? They hear that nonsense little out-of-context quote, which she obviously doesn't mean and meant politics, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a totally normal quote when you add politics to it. And they're ready to believe it, you know, in an instant. And there's no, and the fact is, they wouldn't even be ready to believe it about Teresa Hines. They might have because of the accent, but they wouldn't believe it about Hillary Clinton. They certainly wouldn't believe it about Cindy McCain or any number of other white politicians.
They would never believe it about Cindy McCain. Never.
And about Barack Obama, like, you know, that's why this other stuff works too. They hear Muslim and they think, okay, I'm ready to believe it, when they would never believe it about others.
You know, the more we do this story and we talk about it, Ben, I go from amused to really angry, right? Because I'm an angry, I don't know, Muslim man, I don't know what I am. But 24%, man, that is so low. And you're right, it's definitely racial. Definitely. If you said, oh, Cindy McCain said for the first time, I'm proud of my country, people would never make an issue out of that. They say, oh, she slipped up, she obviously meant something else. I mean, look at her, she's white. She's blonde, she's blue-eyed.
And it's not just that. She's married to a United States senator. I mean, Michelle Obama is married to a United States senator. Of course she loves America. It's ridiculous to even mention.
I was wrong. I really believe that race was not as important a factor as people were making out to be. I really thought we'd gotten better in this country, and we have gotten better in this country, and we will likely elect Barack Obama, etc. But I definitely underestimated the level of racism that still exists in America.
You know, and
I've been underestimating it my whole life, and as we've talked about before, Ben, the reason I do that is because I didn't come from that perspective, and I didn't grow up in that environment, multicultural New Jersey, where I just didn't see it. Okay?
No, look, and that's good.
And maybe there was racism there, and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But since within my subculture, there wasn't almost any racism. So it seems so foreign to me. It seems so hard for me to believe it, right? But I've got to believe it because as Obama runs for president here, you see example after example after example